Hey experts, we are live in office with Smith today. Smith has been one of our partners at Experticity for over 10 years. We're really excited to have him here. This is Marcus. He is the glasses guy at Smith. He's just flown in, and what we're going to do is he's going to explain the newest product that they have coming out. It is called the Lowdown Focus. We'll let him explain it, but if you guys want to start kicking in your questions right now, we're going to have a time where you guys can put in your questions and we can answer them. But I'm going to turn the time over to Marcus. Give it a little bit, or to Mark, and give a little bit of information on our Lowdown Focus. We only have a short time, and we'll see how much information we can cram in this time.
Okay, well, thanks for having me, everybody. It's great to be here. So the Lowdown Focus is an electronic brain sensing pair of eyewear that we've developed over the last couple of years at Smith Optics. So invisibly wrapped in this Lowdown frame, which is one of our best-selling sunglasses, is EEG sensing technology that can read brainwaves. So as this was developed, we realized that there's a lot of research growing that shows that when paired with physical training, cognitive training can make a huge difference in performance, whether that's dropping into a 40-foot wave, or bombing down the mountain on a mountain bike, or on skis, a snowboard, or just navigating the chaos of everyday life for that matter. So what it does is it connects to the Smith Focus app, which you can download in the Google Play or iTunes store, in the App Store. You create an account, you log in, and it'll take you through several different parts of the platform. So I'll show you guys here on the screen as I go through kind of the product overview, what each of those looks like. But you start off in the Learn section.
Wait, so we have the glasses, we put the glasses on, we have 5 points of contact on the glasses.
Yep.
Put the glasses on, and then you start into the app. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So the app actually does a really, really good job of coaching you on how to get started with it. But like McKay said, it's got 5 different sensors built into the glasses. So I'll turn it around here. There's one on each side of your nose. There's one right in the middle of the nose bridge, and then there's a sensor on each of the temples. They've been performance engineered to be really flexible, so you can adjust the fit for your head size. And the product itself actually comes in 2 different sizes as well. So there's the regular version that's got kind of a medium fit for normal size heads, and then there's a slim version that's a little bit narrower and shorter in terms of width and height for people with smaller faces and different facial geometry, basically. So once you get into it, you get into lesson 1 of the app, which walks you through basically how to get started with the product. It gives you a little bit of an overview of what's going on in your brain when you're being mindful and meditative, how you can ultimately use this as a tool to increase your cognitive awareness and training over time, and ultimately build a more mindful practice around everyday life and sport performance. So for example, I'll just dive in here, and these are the types of things that you get in your first experience with the Lowdown Focus product. So, and it's everything from how to get it connected, what the sensors do, what types of brainwaves we're reading, and so on and so forth. Within the experience itself, after you calibrate and you actually get into a session, the default soundscape is this beach landscape. So the experience itself is a little bit of a guided meditation to front load the experience and explain to you why we're doing what we're doing. But the actual session itself is this beach landscape. So the intention is for you to get into a calm, focused state. You connect the sensors, and when the session starts, you hear small lapping waves. When your brain enters what's called the active zone that we refer to, that's indicative of chaos and distraction. So the waves get larger, the wind picks up, the conditions get stormy, and that serves as an audio cue to let you know that you're not in a high performance focused state. If you're able to bring yourself back down to center, focus on your breath, calm yourself down, and return to the focus zone, the waves die down, the wind calms down, and you go back into this calm, serene state where you might hear birds chirping. So what we've done with the overall experience and where birds come into play is birds serve as an audio cue to help you recognize that you've gotten into the focused performance state. Over time, as you get more birds through progressive sessions and learning and training, you start to recognize what that feels like. And over time, you're able to reverse engineer how you got birds, how to get there into that focus zone more quickly, stay there for longer, and ultimately eliminate distractions and chaos from anything from, you know, your busy job, your family, everyday life, to a sport performance scenario where you could be, like I said, surfing, skiing, snowboarding, mountain biking, football, everyday team sports, so on and so forth. So that in a nutshell is kind of what the experience is like and how the product works.
No, that's awesome. I was able to try some of these before we started our live session, and I was a little bit skeptical, but putting them on, it really is interesting how it does really monitor, like if there was somebody that entered the room, that you can kind of see that you're a little bit distracted, and it really did like read your brain waves. One thing I really did like about these too is that they're very wearable glasses. I mean, it's a great style. They feel extremely comfortable because of the flex that you have going on right here. So, I mean, it's almost like you could meditate anywhere. You could do this anywhere, which is really awesome. We do have some questions that are coming in. Let's see what we got here. Seth says, how is the durability of the Lowdown Focus compared to the normal Smith glasses?
So the Lowdown Focus has really been performance tested to function as an everyday sunglass. So to answer the question, it's been tested pretty heavily. It's meant to be worn as an everyday sunglass. It comes with our ChromaPop lens technology, and the whole intention behind the product is to really build it into your everyday life so that you can take a few minutes here and there to take some time for yourself and be more mindful and purposeful in everything that you're doing. So
awesome.
it can absolutely function as an everyday sunglass.
That's awesome. What do we have? Let's see. Dan says, will y'all eventually be adding this tech to more styles?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Absolutely. It's one of the things that we talk about almost every day is how can we utilize this technology to make more meaningful experiences.
Do you see it moving to snowboarding goggles as you're on the mountain?
It could be, yeah,
really?
Absolutely.
That could be exciting.
You know, there's some key details that we need to focus on to make sure that we get the right brainwave signals, but there's certainly ways that we can integrate the technology into any of the Smith product lines.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Alex wants to know if there's a warranty.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a 2-year warranty. So it's a manufacturer's warranty, pretty standard. And yeah, you can call our customer service here in Utah anytime, and they'll help you troubleshoot problems or help you out with any warranty issues.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So do we want to kind of go through a little demo session?
Sure.
A little bit?
Yeah, I can put it on and do it if you.
Okay,
yeah.
let's have you put it on and do it.
Sure. So go ahead and make sure that it's properly connected with my skin on behind my ears and on my nose. And I'm going to go into the do a session area, which basically we call it a drop-in, and that allows you to go right into a session. And I'm going to change it to 1 minute so that you guys can, we'll just have a short. So it's going to calibrate and make sure that it's receiving the right brain signals and is able to read and connect with my brain in a meaningful way.
Are we going to be able to hear those ocean waves and the birds you were talking
We
about?
might, if there's
maybe
audio coming out of this screen. If not, we might be able to just get it if I turn the volume up here on the...
There we go.
And this can take anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. But you'll basically see that over time the color starts to flow as it's able to pick up my brainwaves, and I'm just going to sit here quietly.
Sure, and you'll see how calm he is when he does live video. We'll see that. Riley wants to know if there will be prescription options in the near future for this tech.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get this in a clear prescription lens.
You can do that currently?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You can get it in a clear prescription lens or in any of our ChromaPop Sun lens colors.
That's awesome. Stephanie, do the glasses track your brain waves when you're not actively engaging with the app?
No. So you have to be in a session for the eyewear to connect with the app and for it to actually start reading your brain waves.
Okay. Is this gonna want to hook up? This might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, it might.
Well, one more question. Brad, how do I get a job at Smith? That's a good question.
You can definitely visit the careers section of smithoptics.com. We keep pretty current on the latest job postings and availability.
Is it a good team to work with?
Yeah, it's a really fun company.
That's great.
Yeah.
How we doing here?
I think I'm moving my face too much.
He's too nervous. I think we don't want to disturb him at all.
And we just lost the whole connection.
And we just lost the connection. What is something that you can give our experts a little exclusive insight that just the Experticity members can take part of? Anything there?
Sure. So I think today we can offer a 15% discount on Experticity through the Smith program with Experticity. And then next Monday, I think we're going to open it up to 30% off.
Oh, awesome.
And the price point on the Lowdown Focus is $349.
And is there anywhere else that you are offering the 30% off or the 15% off?
Not right now, no.
Not right now. Do you guys hear that? It's only us that gets that awesome discount. So make sure you place your orders today or hold off on Monday. Let's see. Are we getting more questions or awesome. I'm glad you came in the office. I really was so impressed with these glasses. It was interesting to see how I could feel myself learning a little bit more about how my brain was working with the glasses, that I was very aware of, like when I was becoming less focused and more focused. And I'm not one to play sports. I'm not one to like get out there and really like mentally get in the zone or anything, but this is something I definitely myself could use. I'm very intrigued with this, so I'm glad that you came by. Anything else that you have to offer for us today? Any other tidbits of information?
No, this has been great. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for everything. And let's see, I think we have one more question. What is this? Grant, is there a way to customize the session sounds or different brain activity? Like play spooky music when I'm feeling scared. That's hilarious, Grant.
So as you progress through the training programs with the Lowdown Focus, you unlock new content and you're able to build different audio soundscapes. So you get experience points for doing sessions and achieving birds and recoveries and progressing through all of the training programs. And you can eventually unlock a lot of different audio soundscapes. So I'll give you guys a quick snapshot of what that looks like. If I go into soundscapes, so we've got an ambient soundscape, a beach soundscape, city, desert, and forest right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And there's a ton of new content that we're working on right now to continue helping people be more mindful and ultimately becoming better performers in sport and everyday life.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Well, cool. And make sure you're watching on Experticity because down the pipeline we will have stuff on our site that you can go and learn more about these. Again, that deal is 30% off on Monday. And so make sure you log on to Experticity and train with Smith and so you can get that deal. And yeah, thank you so much for coming to Experticity.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.